Hello, darling. This is River Roaring, celebrating the luminous life force in us all. Hello, darling. I'm River Roaring, and this episode is the truth about aliens, UFOs, and ETs, and what that has to do with your sexual life force. Millions and millions of humans already know what I am about to disclose, at least as far as what's the truth about aliens, UFOs, and ETs. And I haven't heard anybody directly talk about what that has to do with our sexual life force, so that might be a little bit possibly new, but perhaps not, because we are all multidimensional beings. So to some of you may not have heard what I'm about to say, or you may have written it off if you heard parts of it. And to many of you who are listening, I'm imagining it's not new to you at all. Not at all. So here is my version of the truth about aliens, UFOs, and extraterrestrial beings. Each one of us is an eternal, infinite light being. Our soul is infinite and eternal, and we're having a temporary experience here as a human being on Earth. So for everyone who currently believes we have an infinite soul and we're here having a temporary experience, where do you think your soul is? Your soul itself is extraterrestrial. It is existing beyond this one life here on Earth. And for all of those who pray, who are you praying to? Praying to some extraterrestrial source, usually. So really, I marvel at how many humans already believe we have an infinite soul and pray to an external source of some kind. And all of that is really extraterrestrial life already. And so, yes, there is a vast cosmos of extraterrestrial life, and we are among that extraterrestrial life itself. So the Earth and humans here on Earth live in a vast cosmic web of planets with life, and life in all different multidimensional forms and at all different densities. We are a small part of a vast web of beings. And even ourselves are part of that when we're not kind of stuck in the human body experience of the space-time continuum, where we believe that what exists is the material world and the timeline that we're in, and that we live and then we die. It's kind of an illusion. So people talk about the illusion of life. The movie The Matrix, many people talk about how that was real, because we are living in sort of like a simulation that has time, and we are born and then we die in this simulation. But in reality, in the rest of the cosmos, when we quote unquote die in this realm, we will reunite with our eternal soul and remember who we are. And we will have full memory of all timelines, all galaxies, all of our beingness. So yeah, we are, yes, aliens, as you want to call them that. Beings outside of Earth totally exist in multitude, infinite multitude. And human beings and Earth are very close. We're right on the edge. We are actually doing it already. We are starting to take our place in the cosmic universe as a cosmic citizen with all of our other brothers and sisters from other planetary and star systems. It may sound to you either obvious, and you already know that, and you've been very deep into this for a while, like millions of other people. Or it may be like, really, River, come on, you're out there. And either one is fine with me because I'm not waiting on a government disclosure. That is almost an irrelevant fact. So I want to talk today about what's real, and then secondly, what our government is doing, which is hidden and secret to most. And then finally, what our sexual life force has to do with all of this revelations in humanity. So we are really interesting multidimensional beings who have sort of been stunted in a way. There are some outsiders who say that our memories were taken from us as a gift so that we can learn things, and that each one of us came here on earth resolved. Our infinite soul and all-knowing soul resolved. I can go to a place where I forget everything and you erase my memory, and I can still find my way home. I can still find my way back. And that's the challenge. I will go down and have my memory mostly almost 100% erased and be stunted into the thinking that we're in a material world, and I'll find myself my way back out again. And I'll find my way into cosmic citizenship with all of my brothers and sisters from all star nations. And millions of people on humans on Earth are now doing that. It's opening more every day. I bet it's thousands new people every day waking up to the fact that we are a part of a vast cosmic citizenship. It's such a beautiful experience to recognize who we are in this huge, vast universe of other beings. It's just such a beautiful knowing. And many, many humans are now directly communicating. I mean, millions of humans are directly communicating now with extraterrestrial beings or beings in other dimensions. And more every day. And there are courses that you can take on your own starseed origins, your own communication skills with other beings, your own ability to channel voices from other places, your own ability to speak light language, which is the cosmic universal language that we can still access. And all of these courses are designed to open your own pathways in your miraculous human soul. So some people say that the soul lives in the body, but my teacher was just recently sharing, no, the body lives in the soul. The soul is this vast energetic network around us, filling our aura. Our aura, my aura, is filled with many beautiful rainbow cycles of cycling energy all around me, and in the middle is my body. The whole framework of energy that's moving all around me is able to create a material object right in the middle. So really my body is kind of like a popsicle stick inside the popsicle of my soul. There's so much more to each one of us than we usually see with our eyes here on Earth. And so, as I said, there are so many, there must be thousands of courses showing people now, humans, how to awaken your own inner compass, your own inner communication channel with extraterrestrial beings and what we could call aliens. Because there are warm and loving, like unconditionally loving beings on the other side who want to help us find our way to love, to full open heart, to full actual universal love. Our heart and our heart space are miraculous, multidimensional beacons. It's not like just this little flesh, this little pumping flesh unit. It's this humongous energetic framework around our heart and what we can do with our heart. It's multidimensional power. And the beings around us are so happy and excited to guide us to learn more for those of us who want to. But we live in a free will world. Our world is, one of the natural laws of this earth is free will. So we have to choose that we want to know these things. So all of the beneficial life forms all around us in the unseen, quote unquote unseen to most of us, all of them are cheering us on and there to guide us if we choose and we want to open to hearing them and being guided and opening to what's our cosmic citizenship. And if we don't choose that, so if you're listening to me now and going, this is just BS, this is crazy and stupid, well, then you're not choosing it. So you will not have those openings. And that's your choice, and I honor that. I don't judge that at all. Every one of us gets to decide and choose, because one of the natural laws that's most important in our universe is free will. We have to choose that we want to know about our entire cosmic citizenship and our soul's history and purpose and mission here on Earth. So it's pretty easy to find starseed like academies and classes and Akashic record readers and mediums and psychics who can link you with other beings in other realms, not just our sort of passed away ancestors from this world. That's just a thin slice of reality is the life we know about. But we can link to far higher dimensions and far more ancient mothers and fathers and sisters and brothers. We can link to our mother Gaia and communicate with her. And we can, before this podcast started, I opened my own energetic dragon tail down and wrapped it around the core of Mother Earth Gaia so that we can communicate and be in energetic connection. And I opened my crown to let in Father Source and all the higher guidance of my soul to come in as well and meet in my heart, so that I'm a column of light and information from mother to father, meeting in my heart with every inhale and exhaling into my aura, the mother, the father, and my own unique and beautiful frequency, which some might call the Holy Trinity. So we have capacity to be part of this beautiful, loving, light-filled cosmic web of beings. And the earth itself is shifting into a higher level of light, and human beings have currently, right now, 2026, the opportunity to shift into a higher level of light. Information and light and love being brought in to our little popsicle sticks, our little bodies that are in the middle of our soul. And we have so many loving guides on the other side who want to help us. So all you have to do is open the doors inside yourself. You don't need another human guide to help you, but there are many, many thousands of human guides around right now to help us find our inner communication channels and pathways to the higher realms. There are so many. I'm working with 3 teachers right now to help me get more and more open pathways into the cosmic web. So that's what is reality. And millions of people are waking up now constantly to this reality that there's love and beings who are there to help us love more and more at a higher level. And I believe that all of this is going to evolve into the next golden age for humans here on Earth, and that we're going to become more and more love and light filled over time as we learn these things about ourselves and about the cosmos, and we link in to the rest of our Star Nation brothers and sisters and become a part of the cosmos, a functioning, communicating, acknowledged part of all the other realms. We are going to experience a golden age here on Earth in the coming years. And that, for me, includes totalitarian governments will no longer be necessary and they'll fall away. And I think this is going to happen in the next few years. The year 2032 is an important year in my world. And then we don't need the governments anymore to rule us. That we don't need control and possession from above. And we don't need to earn our little beans every single month in order to live, to prove ourselves. We don't have to work or die. We don't have to, like, if you can't make rent and you can't buy groceries, I'm sorry, you have to die. That's not going to be how it is in the future. It's going to be a place of love and light where each one of us understands that we're all living in abundance and there's nothing to hoard. We're all in full abundance and love is possible among all of us. And each one of us has a super beautiful special gift that our soul has programmed in to give as a gift here on earth in this lifetime, and we will each be able to cultivate that gift and give it to one another. That's the future golden age of humanity that's on the horizon right now. I mean, it's in transition right now. My voice is coming to you just in case you don't know that yet. Just so that you're in on it. You're in on this whole evolution that's happening. It's not something you've never heard of. You're in on it. You know. I'd love to talk about this and work with it. Now I want to shift over, and now I want to talk about the United States government, and there are some other nations that have something similar, but I'm going to talk about the United States government. And I want to name a source named Stephen Greer, StevenGreer, Stephen Greer. I think he's at StephenGreer.com. And I think through Stephen Greer, that name, you can find his YouTube channels, his websites, his movies, his vast amount of resources. He's got databases. And Stephen Greer was a medical doctor, heart surgeon, I believe, when he did a lot of time in ER. And he had a long career as a surgeon. And he started meditating and opening to extraterrestrial sources in his own meditations and his own inner pathways when he was like 18 years old. And it's now been like 30 to 40 years later, and he is at the forefront of researching and revealing what the U.S. government is doing related to aliens and UFOs and ET technology. And he now has, I think, 700 to 800 internal whistleblowers who come from the government programs and the private companies who are working with them there, like Lockheed and Raytheon. And he is exposing what our government is doing in what we call the deep, deep, deep state. It's so deep that only a few presidents have ever been what he calls read in, meaning get to know about it, briefed about it. It's not a given that the president knows what's going on at all. There are several layers of bureaucracy in the United States government that are what we call deep state, meaning secret. The first level would be secret to most people and known to certain senators and the president. And then there's another level that's not even known to them. Because we have a president that changes every 4 years or 8 years, but this deep, deep state doesn't change. It just keeps going. And there's lots of billions to trillions of dollars in the budget that have been missing. And I don't want to go into all the details, but in the 9/11 bombing, the third building that went down just coincidentally had the entire Department of Defense audit documents, which was currently missing $2 to $3 trillion they couldn't find. And then all the records were blown up, so there couldn't be an audit. So if you're wondering how on earth could these deep, deep staters get money to do everything they're doing in these deep underground bunkers, well, there are trillions of dollars missing from the Department of Defense, and it's the accounting on that has been discarded because they said it was blown up. So what we have is, since at least Roswell around 1947, when the crash landing of the alien happened. And then after that, the deep state of the US government has been collecting alien encounters and crashes, and now has created weapons to try to shoot down alien craft. And when they get every alien or alien ship technology, they reverse engineer. And so in this, since 1950 till now, think about that, 75 years of developing their own, what I'll call, alien technology. So in this deep state of the US government, they have technology such as free energy, unlimited, gravity-defying vehicles and beings, invisibility and disappearing beings and vehicles that can bust the speed of light, and beings who are, in a sense, somewhat multidimensional, but created beings that look like aliens, and they can disappear. So then it looks like magic. So our government, deep down in secret, has spent 75 years obtaining alien technology, usually through shooting down alien craft, which is just pretty disturbing, and then making their own spaceships and aliens. And so the reason I'm saying this is the dark side revealed. This is the dark side that wants to scare us. And so now that we're in this moment of disclosure that's currently happening right now, no matter what the government does, they've been waiting for this moment, because they're going to unleash the man-made alien imitation craft and man-made what look like aliens, and they look like they're magic because they look like they can disappear and appear and defy gravity and all these things, which they can. And they're going to use all of this technology to try to scare us into thinking that aliens are scary. And why would they want to do that? Oh, just so they can have galactic warfare instead of just earthly world warfare. You know, remember, these are war machines. This is under the deep state, under the Department of Defense. So they want us, the human beings, have designed technology that looks and acts like alien ships and beings, and they can hardly wait to get it out. And they've done some test runs many times already, and they can hardly wait for the time when humanity is going, wait a minute, is it true aliens exist? And maybe it'll be this president or another president that comes into a microphone and says, that's it, they exist, we've been talking to them for many years, it's true. And these human actors can hardly wait to fly their fake alien ships and get out their fake alien beings and scare the bejesus out of humans, so that humans react in fear to these fake technologies, and that humans agree with and support intergalactic warfare technology. And I'm saying all of this in a way that, first of all, feel free to do your own research. Go look up Stephen Greer and find his 700 deep state internal whistleblowers who are very high-ranking military, who are the mechanics who have built these alien fake technologies, who are the people in the private companies. Even in a company such as Lockheed, it's deep meaning that the CEO may or may not know about it. They don't have to know about it. It's been going on for 75 years in deep underground bunkers. And even the companies and the governments that run these operations at the top, they don't know because they don't need to know, and it would keep it more secret to not tell them. So I'm saying all of this so that we can not be in fear, so that when all of these fake alien technologies are revealed, which I think might happen this year, 2026, I think it's very likely, if not this year, next year, when one of our leaders comes out and says, yes, aliens exist, then all these scare tactics are going to happen. And I'm telling you right now, they're going to look very much like magic. And it's going to be like, whoa, that really was an alien because he disappeared. I'm like, no, that doesn't mean it was an alien. It means that humans figured out how to do disappearing, how to make mass density to zero temporarily, and how to leverage these energy sources that Tesla was developing and onto. Because, of course, the government stole all of Tesla's papers. I mean, even the government doesn't even deny that. When Nikola Tesla died, the government, the US government, stole his entire work. And I think there's some recent, like, oh, here's Tesla's work, we're going to give it back to the public. And I don't believe for 1 second that they're giving all of it back to the public. But they are admitting they took it. So here's the bottom line. If you believe that you're seeing alien craft, if it feels in your body and your being full of love, really open, expansive, love and light filled, you are in the midst of a true alien craft and loving extraterrestrial guides who are here to help us. And those are real. And if you see something that appears to be an alien or an alien craft, and it is scary and it's doing mean things and looking scary, that's human-made. And I wish we could all talk to our friends and family about this so that we're all ready, prepared for when this happens. And when the scare tactics come out, all of us just basically roll our eyes. We just take cover. And we're like, no, that's not the truth. That's human-made, and we're not falling for it. And we're not going to support it, and we're not going to support any more warfare outside of our Earth or even on our Earth anymore. We're done. Wars will end in the golden age. So I'm saying all this so that you're hip when it happens and you don't get faked out into fear. And when it does happen, I encourage all of us, and Stephen Greer, my source over here, has an app and a lot of teachings on how to open your own channels so that you can communicate directly with other beings off of planet. So when the scare tactics happen, I hope all of us will take cover and then go into this meditative space where we can communicate with our true friends on the other side and gain strength and power. And remember, love is the answer, not fear. There will never be a moment where we need to start bombing or trying to explode or kill any extraterrestrial life. That will be a human trick. And now I want to say one more thing about the dark side. The dark side is real, and I define the dark side as the dynamic of possession or control over others. It's not as much a person, it's a dynamic. Each of us have a little of it in us. And the dark side that's actually operating in the cosmic sense, there's cosmically a dark side, but the issue they have, the real dark side, that's multidimensional dark side, the limit they have is free will here on Earth. So the actual dark side tricks us into choosing the darkness. They, in my opinion, are tricking us into using GPS so much that we don't even know where we stand on Earth anymore. They're tricking us to use porn so much that we don't even know what our sexuality is anymore. They're tricking us into using all these conveniences and comforts that are literally over time possessing and controlling us. They're tricking us into want to doom scroll on social media all day long, taking away our entire creative imagination that's innate to us, that's all powerful. So the dark side is real, in my opinion. The intergalactic, cosmic, multidimensional dark side is real, but the difference here between them and the humans that are going to show us fake weaponry is that they have to have us choose to do what they want us to do. And so when someone's actually coming at you, wringing your neck, or coming at you with a knife to stab you, that's not really the dark side. That's like some bizarre, berserk, unstable psychology. And when the human deep state reveals the fake ships and the fake aliens, they want us to choose to go to war. In fact, if we don't, they're powerless. So that will all be a setup so that human beings choose, I want to kill the aliens and go to war. And if we don't fall for that, and we as a group are like, oh, I know that's a human-made piece of shit, and I'm not choosing any war. I'm choosing to go inside and connect with my loving guides. And I'm choosing to create more love on Earth and love all extraterrestrial beings. And when we don't choose war as a group, they're completely powerless. Their power's gone. 100%. So we have the power of free will, and I'm putting this into a broadcast so that you have a lot of tools ready for you when this moment happens and you don't agree to fear, and you don't agree to war, and you don't agree to any killing. And once that little plot fails, we are going to open ourselves as humans into the biggest golden age that we've ever imagined. And all of our friends from other places are going to unite with us, and we're going to see ourselves as a part of a beautiful cosmic web of love and light. And I have one other thing to say about the actual dark side, the cosmic intergalactic dark forces of possession and control. They are weak compared to the light and the love. So I know a lot of people who get afraid of dark entities coming when they get in multidimensional. Like, if I open my pathways up to multi-dimensions, are the dark entities going to come and get me? And here's my answer. Not if your heart becomes a beacon of love and light. Why? Because they can't stand the light at all. And they're not going to be interested in you. So with the real dark side, all we have to know is who we are. That we are an infinite light being of love, and that we have free will. And when we choose to be not in fear, we have just defeated both the earthly dark side of the deep state, and the intergalactic multidimensional dark side is now defeated, because light is shining so brightly that they can't even enter the realm anymore, and they don't want to. They're not our enemies. They're just wayward energies that haven't yet found the light, but they're completely out of power stepping into the light. Or they can choose to step into the light and become part of the light. That's up to them. They have free will too. So remember, you are an all-powerful being, and one of your highest powers is love and light. And right next to that, your highest power is free will. And if you think you don't have free will, that's an illusion the dark side has caught you on already. So I invite you to research that and get into looking into that. Your free will and all of our free wills, when they try to scare us with the fake but looking real alien technology, and we'll know it's fake because it's trying to instill fear in us, and when we all choose by our own free will, oh, we already knew that was going to be a stupid trick you would try, and we're not falling for it. We know you're fake, and we're going to talk to our real loving companions on the other side into the unseen, and we're going to rise above. We choose to not authorize war. We choose to stay out of fear and to go toward love and to become beacons of love and light, so that we can usher in more quickly and smoothly the next golden age of humanity. So we're not bothered by that. So there's a really strong way in which I don't really care if the president says aliens exist or not. Really, it's almost irrelevant. All it's probably going to do is probably going to unleash this little scare tactic. But that's not relevant. What is relevant is that millions of people are constantly awakening to the fact that we are part of a cosmic web of love, and we are capable of such a higher level of loving existence with one another and with the entire cosmos. And that's happening, and it can't be stopped. What does all this have to do with sex? Your body itself is not just a popsicle stick. It's not just this little material stick. So therefore, your sexuality is the whole popsicle. Your sexuality is in your entire aura. Your sexuality is multidimensional. Your sexuality, once balanced, feminine and masculine energies in your body can become a channel. You become a column of light, and your sexuality fully unfolds into a multidimensional sexual experience of negative and positive polarities just pumping together. Your sexual life force is so on the cusp of a huge upgrade as we take our places as cosmic citizens. Your sexuality is this infinite, all-encompassing love and light ball of joy and ecstasy and bliss. So if fake aliens come out and fake alien ships come out and scare you, what's going to happen to your sexuality? You're going to be contracted in fear, and you're probably going to be really focused on the material object of your body and the world. And that is extremely unarousing to the very highest level of unarousing. However, if you open your mind, your heart, your being to what is true about our cosmic citizenship and about how we are part of trillions of other beings who are all multidimensional and full of love and light, your sexuality and your life force has an opportunity to shoot off like a rocket ship into other realms of multidimensional bliss and connection with yourself, with the entire cosmos, and with others. And I'm ready for that. I'm here for that. Are you? Are you ready for that? You ready to upgrade your entire being? Become part of the cosmic web, become a cosmic citizen. Open up to what's already here around you. If you want to learn how to become more of a cosmic citizen, there are thousands of teachers ready to help you find your own lineage, your own galactic lineage, your own higher powers right now of clairvoyance, clairsentience, clairaudience, claircognizance, and more, to open your senses up to sense so much more beyond the material world. That's all available right now. There are teachers everywhere. In the sexual sense, I'm one of those teachers. And if you want to know more about the tricks that are about to be played on us very soon from fake alien ships and beings, go look at Stephen Greer and start to listen to the whistleblower testimony from very, very high-level professionals, because every one of those 700 whistleblowers has laid their life on the line to get this message out to us. Because many, 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 many human beings have been murdered as they tried to get this secret out. So Stephen Greer has formed an organization capable of protecting, at this point, 700 high-level professionals who are risking their lives and their families' lives to share the truth of the technology they have worked on and helped build. So if you care about that side of it, go to look at Stephen Greer. If you don't want to research that side of it, I don't blame you. However, you still want to be prepared inside for that moment when you're going to have this primal urge to go toward fear. And I'm inviting you to remember my words and remember what others are saying in that moment, and not allow the fear to have you, and choose with your own free will to walk toward love and light in that moment, and to not agree with or authorize any killing or warfare or negative possession and control dynamics. Let them have their last stand and let them fall into the dust, because none of us agree or authorize their tricks. I certainly hope that this broadcast has been interesting for you. I hope it's been helpful for you. I hope you use it as a launching pad to learn more and to cultivate your own galactic being at the highest levels in this lifetime. Because, darling, I'm on earth to support those who are called to bring maximum love and light into their lives, liberated self-expression in all realms, including sexual, where all is sacred, connecting with you to create a cosmic web of love and light throughout the realms. And, my darling, of course I want to hear from you. I really want to know what you feel about this broadcast. Please leave a comment wherever you find this podcast, if there's a social media comment section. And if you find it where there's not, go to my website, riverroaring.com. riverroaring.com, and shoot me an email. Click on Get Connected and Let's Talk River, something like that, and shoot me an email with your reflection, your insight, or your question. I would love to know your ideas around what I'm saying here and how you feel, because, my love, together we can step into a more harmonious vibration. We can bring the golden age of humanity here during our lifetimes. We can fly higher, shifting human consciousness forever for the highest good of all beings. So, my darling, may the love be with you, and may the love be with us all.